All right, let's get it. Round 3, we got Tord with Lugia, of course, and then we got, I have no idea how to pronounce their name. Andros? Is that it? Did I get close? I tried. Andros. Lost Box. Oh wait, they have the deck name like right here. I didn't even notice that. So Giratina VSTAR. Wait, no, maybe I did notice that. Giratina VSTAR. You don't see that very often up against the Lugia. It looks like Andros is going first and has a really good hand. Lacking a little bit of energy though, to be honest, to use with their Greninja. The Greninja's not prized as well. Benches the Comfy immediately. I don't like these benches. Yes, let's use the Battle VIP Pass. Let's go get a Giratina. Let's get a Greninja. Let's start doing that first. Yeah, I think Giratina and Greninja will be the cards to grab here. So this matchup, if you do go first as Giratina, you can get ahead. It is possible. It is unlikely to get like a turn to attack. Can be pretty tough with the Giratina deck, to be honest. Turn to attack with the Giratina can be pretty tough. Usually doesn't happen. So we'll see how it goes, but it is possible. The opening hand, like I said, is pretty solid here from Andros. Here comes the first flower selecting. We'll see how it goes. Flower selecting number 1, grass capture. All right, sure. Let's keep the grass, and then we can go ahead and get rid of it with the Greninja. Definitely don't want to Comfy again yet. We definitely want to use Greninja first. Greninja, the time for Greninja is now. Okay, it's not. Gets the Giratina. That's fine. We could have drawn into both of those off the Greninja, though, and then used the VIP pass. Which would have been nice. I mean, the next Comfy could have been worse, but definitely should Greninja first there. Escape Rope and Sinnoh. Oh, I thought they literally took both off a Comfy. I was so confused. Yeah, Greninja, Comfy again. Net and Snorlax. Definitely can ditch the Snorlax here. I think the Net is the way to go for sure in this matchup. No, I do not like that at all. I definitely disagree with that choice there. Doesn't bench the other Giratina as well. I don't like that either from Andros here. All right, so definitely should take the Net over the Snorlax, and definitely should bench the second Giratina. If you get Marnied here, you lose so much like tempo, not tempo, but like having those cards in play, like having the Net. Okay, having the Net is one thing. That's different. That would go to the bottom of the deck. We're not resetting anything right now, but having the extra Tina in play could be such a huge deal for how the tempo of this game plays out. It's a pretty big mistake here from. I don't know how to pronounce her name, to be honest. Andros. Yeah, pretty big mistake there from Andros for sure. Definitely a mistake. All right, Tord playing Canceling Cologne. Let's see that. I think I saw a Canceling Cologne anyways. It looks like maybe no choice belts. Is Tord rocking the no belts build? I think I saw Canceling Cologne towards the end of that search there. And a Skyla. So you can find your Canceling Cologne. I actually don't hate the Skyla there. That's actually kind of cute. There's a choice belt in hand, so definitely some choice belts. Or at least a choice belt. Yeah, the Skyla is kind of cute. It can find your Canceling Cologne when you need it. It can also find the Vacuum up against Arceus Duraludon as well. So that's actually a really cute tech there in the Skyla. I kind of like it, actually. Instead of Opal, that's a good meme. That is true. You could be playing Opal instead. Is it better? I don't know. Maybe only one choice belt here from Tord then. You do have the Skyla to find it. I think it's like one choice belt, one Canceling Cologne, one Vacuum here. As like we're looking through the list here from Tord. I see the Manaphy. I don't know if I saw that Dunsparce. It's the Guru. We might see a Primate Wisdom happen here. I don't know if like yeah, could even I was gonna say probably want to just like quick ball with this guy. I don't know if we need that. And then it's gonna research the end of the turn probably. Is lining up the Charizard grab here. Makes sense. You want to put the choice belt on it, actually. I like the Charizard grab here. That makes sense. Get the choice belt on it as a response to a potential Giratina. Instead, looking at the Lugia, could Primate Wisdom the choice belt? Might be going with that. We'll see. Might Primate Wisdom the Vacuum, though, as well, because you do want to keep out to Temple of Sinnohs around. That's also something that we could see toward here, Primate Wisdom. I'm curious to see what the Primate Wisdom actually is here from Tord. We'll see. Wisdom, are we going to favor the belt or the choice belt for the Charizard later, or the Vacuum? Going to be the Vacuum. Do need out to Temple of Sinnoh. Did draw an Evolution Incense. It depends how badly do you want to draw into that Vacuum off the research is the question. You don't really care too much about it. You can just hold the Evolution Incense, or you can, if you don't care about too much about it, you can play the Evolution Incense to out another Archeops. If you really like that vacuum as soon as next turn, though, actually Tord just passes. So yeah, decides to keep around both, holds the Evolution Incense that guarantees the Lugia V-Star. And then has the research for next turn. So has the turn 2 attack with the Lugia. Decides doesn't want to go any further than that. Is content with just being able to attack with Lugia. You do lose. I don't know if I love this, though, because you do lose the option to like be able to Gust next turn or something like that. Looks like Colress top deck here, maybe from Andres. So we could definitely see the attack here with the Giratina on this turn. We're pretty close. There's 6 in the Lost Zone, has a Scoop Up Net in hand. We'll see if they can actually put it together. And then hopefully the other Giratina makes its way to the bench this time. All right. Another Comfy. I think I wasn't paying attention. No, we got the Greninja use here. Got the Gate. I still think it's possible for them to actually get the knockout with the Giratina here. Maybe not. Are they going to give up on it? All right, Cram down. I think we're settling for a Cram hit here. I really want to see this second Giratina from Andros here hit the board. No, bench some stuff. I hate this so much. Getting stuff set up and in play is like so important. So if you get Marnied here, not having second Giratina down, not having a second Comfy down is so bad. That's so much more stuff you could have had in play that you now just don't have in play. All right, Evolution Incense here coming out for Tord. Probably going to go ahead and evolve the active one because you don't want to just get KO'd by a Cramorant, I would assume. Even the Snorlax getting benched here from Andros would have been nice to see because the Snorlax actually does trade into this Lugia now. I'm curious to see if, yeah, because Tord could have gone to just with the bench one, to be honest, which would have been fine. And then left the other one the active. So I'm curious again. So we'll see the double Archeops use here from Tord. I assume, maybe not. Maybe going to research first. Maybe doesn't want to thin out the energy yet and wants to draw into an attachment. Using the Celebi as the V-Star marker as well. And we'll see. I mean, Wisdom's happening. What are we saving? Once again, thinking about saving the vacuum. Wants to be able to deal with the Temple of Sinnohs later on. Draws into the Raikou, so is rocking the Raikou. Raikou is actually a pretty good attacker here. Yeah, Raikou is actually a really good attacker here. And this comes back to Andras. Also, I don't know if Andras could have gotten Manaphy set up in play last turn or a previous turn, but definitely should. You definitely should just put Manaphy in play up against Lugia decks these days, because you should just assume that all Lugia decks have Raikou. Everyone should be playing as if their Lugia opponent has Raikou. I don't know if Andros could have put Manaphy in play. I don't know if Andros plays Manaphy, but if they do, and they could have, they should have. And this actually opens up a really good play for Tord now to actually use Raikou this turn as the attacker. KO the Cram in the active, but also take out the only Comfy in play from Andros. Which goes back to Andros should have benched Comfy and also should have benched the Giratina, which not only plays around the potential of Marnie happening, but also plays around the potential of Raikou happening. Which I don't know if the Raikou is going to happen here, to be honest. We'll see. No, I think it is. Double Aurora here, grabbed from Tord. Throw them on the Raikou. I believe has an Aurora in hand. So this other second Archeops here can grab the double Turbo and put it on the active Lugia. And then, yeah, should have a pretty clean attack here with the Raikou. So a bunch of mistakes from Andros here. They're all kind of compiling here. And leading to this turn right here where Tord is going to get a huge advantage on board state because of all the mistakes that Andros has made up to this point. There's the retreat. There's the Raikou. Tord is playing like super fast too. There we go. Aurora. And then Ultra Ball. No, wait. Wait, what? Why is there an Ultra Ball in the discard pile? Wait, did I just miss something there? What? All right, I have to be missing something here. Ultra Ball. And then... Oh, Aurora discard. Okay. The way it played out looked so weird. I was so confused there. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And Tord just like Ultra Ball. But I'm not going to discard anything, but I'm not going to search my deck for a Pokemon. Okay, your turn. All right, there's the knockout. Does have a Colress here for Andros, so it is possible to get this knockout on the Raikou. Ideally, you want to get this KO with something like the Sableye, though, or a Cramorant. But now the board state is so much more, so it's just so much more awkward for Andros now. The board state is just super, super awkward. Switching to the Comfy, it looks like. Thinking about it, switching to the Comfy. Actually had Thornton, so could have Thorntoned into Cramp, to be honest. I actually think Andros maybe should have just Thorntoned into Cram there. I actually don't like this play. I like Thornton into Cram from Andros. They could have gone like bench the Snorlax maybe or something. I don't know what the whole hand was. Maybe they couldn't retreat and Thornton though. And now I don't think Andros has like actually an attack out here. I don't think they can even attack. I think they're just stuck. They're literally not attacking this turn. Oh, no. Okay, hold up. We got Sableye. But do we actually have 10 in the Lost Zone? Where's our Lost Zone counter at? We're at 9 in the Lost Zone. So here comes the Lost Gate. I mean, you can put a Psychic on the Sableye, but if you can't attack with the Sableye, it doesn't matter. Think about putting the Grass on the Sableye. That doesn't make any sense. Psychic to Sableye, Grass to Giratina, but you can't attack with Sableye because you got 9 in the Lost Zone. Are we going to get him with the good old Scratch from Sableye here? Let's get it. Oh, wait, had double gate, though. We could have attacked with Snorlax here as Andros. No! Oh, and has the Temple of Sin. I was thinking about putting it in play. I don't hate it, I guess. I don't like it, though. I don't like it that much either, though. And Sableye, 11. But they only have 9 in the... Unless I'm tripping. Maybe they don't have 9. Maybe they have 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they have 9 in the Lost Zone. Well, it depends who's counting correctly here. Hold up. Okay, the Judge, bro. The Judge has been clutch. Yo, shout out to the Judge so far in these like first 3 rounds. The Judge has been super clutch. Yeah, even Tord didn't notice. Tord thought there was a 10 in there as well. Yeah, the Judges have been clutch so far. Really good Judges on the stream game. So in this situation, so effectively, Andros has committed to the attack phase. So Andros has to... I think you don't have to scratch, but you either have to scratch or pass. You only have the choice of the 2. So you may as well scratch. But you can't play any more cards. It's not like you can't commit to attack phase. You can't like you can't somehow basically confirm that you're going to attack phase and then back out of attack phase. Once you're in attack phase, you either attack or you pass. You can't be like, you can't send up, like if you send up a Rangaroo and you had 0 energy on your Rangaroo, and you're like, I'm going to attack with Whap Down. Even if you have 0 energy on your Rangaroo, you've committed to being in the attack phase, and now you either pass. No, now you have to pass because you don't have enough energy to use Whap Down with a Rangaroo because you've like committed to that. If you ever suggest that you've committed to attacking, you're attacking. All right, scratch for 20 to the Raikou. Not going to be relevant probably this game, and this game is actually starting to spiral out of control. There's the vacuum that Tord has saved this whole time, and there's the concede. I actually think Andros was in a pretty good spot. I think, but there was a decent amount of bad gameplay choices and missed sequences, though, that led to Andros with the loss here. But I think actually Andros opened up in a pretty good... I think Andros actually ended up being in a pretty good spot, to be honest. Ended up being in a pretty good spot, to be honest. Like, I think they were in a pretty good spot to begin with, but they played very sloppy, and it definitely caught up to them eventually. And Tord got really far ahead at that point, at the end there. At what point did you realize Rahul didn't play boss in his game? I haven't seen Rahul's game. Was Rahul on stream? If he was on stream, he wasn't on stream in the first 2 rounds. All right, here we go. Game 2. Andros going first. Open to Comfy again. Does have double gate prize, but they're in the bottom 2. Has the quick ball as well. I would like to see quick ball for Greninja first here, I think. So definitely take the V-Star here. We're looking for a turn to attack. No, but takes the grass energy. Yeah, I think I would like to have seen the V-Star grab there. Quick ball away. The Drapion. We should see Greninja. I think this is what we should have opened up our turn with here, though, as Andros. So I think we should have gone quick ball for Greninja. Maybe not, because we also want to get a Giratina in play. So actually, maybe we should go quick ball after Comfy. Not quick ball after Comfy. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it, is correct. Yeah, quick ball after Comfy, I think is actually correct here. Quick ball after Comfy, I think is actually correct here. Comfy first, because we want Giratina V and the Greninja. So yeah, this makes sense. So now we get our Greninja. Now we use Greninja, and let's go from there. All right, now we're going to see Greninja draw 2. The energy over the Giratina, I still don't think I like, though. Like, this does allow Andros to go Greninja, discard the energy, draw 2, and then retreat Comfy to Comfy, use another Comfy. But Giratina V-Star is, like, really hard to find. Giratina V-Star is, like, really, really hard to find in this deck. So, all right, Comfy down. I like to see energy retreat, save the escape rope. Yep, I like this. Okay, we've used that Comfy. Let's use this Comfy. And got the Colress, which is nice, but we have no Giratina V down turn 1, so we don't have the option of being super aggressive, and I'm sure Tord is super excited to see that. Ton of energy in Tord's hand, but should be able to start to move some of them back to the deck potentially with the Guru, which I'm sure we'll see Tord grab here. Probably Primate Wisdom and Aurora, and then maybe go into a Research. I would assume go into a Research. Prize cards for both players. Tord did prize their Vacuum. Does still have Pumpkaboo as an out to bump Temple of Sinnohs, and of course you can always attack with Lugia to bump Temple of Sinnoh. Of course you won't get the effects of the energy you have on you for that turn because you are using the Lugia to bump it. So you won't, like, if you want to use powerful energy to KO Giratina, you have to move the stadium in the same turn, which will make things a little bit awkward. But and then like I mentioned, on Antros' side, the double gates being prized is a little bit scary if they were like later in the prize cards, but then being like the first 2 prize cards, as long as Antros can find an initial gate to draw some prize cards with, you should be in a fine spot. All right, there's the Guru. And yeah, like I said, probably going to Primate Wisdom and Aurora. Probably going to Primate Wisdom and Aurora energy here. And then attach an Aurora active. Could attach the Heat. Oh, no, it has a powerful. Oh, is it powerful Aurora Heat? Oh, it is power. I thought it was double Aurora, but it's a powerful, actually. Gets a quick ball. Okay, so may as well shuffle the deck off this one for sure. Doesn't really need. You could go grab second Lugia here. I guess, like, theoretically, you should, because you could get knocked out by Goon, Triple Net. That's, like, super unlikely. Gonna go for a second Lugia here, though. And then we should see Powerful attached active, and then Research. So it does have Manny and Dunny. And then we're going to see the Research here and draw some new cards. Rush 7, and we'll have the access to the Read the Wind after that as well. Here we go. Lug. Powerful active. Research. Yeah, like I said, no Giratina in play turn 1 for Andros. Means they don't really have the option to be super aggressive turn 2. Gonna have to settle for like a Cram Punch or something as like their only line. Ooh. To an Archeops and an Evolution Incense for an Archeops and an Ultra Ball. So can get double Archeops into the discard pile right now if Tord wants to. And you don't have to. Andros probably only plays Roxanne as hand disruption. But I think you might as well here. I don't see a reason really not to, just in case. But decides not to, just goes for the draw 3. Seems fine. Cram top deck here from Andros. We need to really find some Giratinas, though. We need the option to do some big damage. And no Giratinas. Battle VIP Pass will be an easy loss zone. Question is, what else are we putting in there? Looks like the Water Energy was the card of choice. Yep. We're just like okay in this matchup, but obviously not like too ridiculously strong or anything like that. So still on the hunt, though. Can hit with Cram this turn for sure, but still on the hunt for some Giratinas. Let's go ahead and let's use Greninja now. Greninja draw 2. Probably should have Greninja before the course, to be honest. All right, another net. So we're going to do a lot of drawing of cards here. Boss or Luminion. I kind of like the Boss keep maybe a little bit. Luminion's kind of sketch. He's already thinking about benching the Cram, but I think we should be digging deeper here for some Giratinas. I don't know why we're benching Cram yet. We don't need to think about that quite yet. Oh, maybe he wants Tord to think about it, though. No, you got a net here for sure. All right. Yeah, this has Tord second. Like the Cram, I think, is tripping out Tord a little bit. But Andros just goes with second Comfy instead. But now we're not using the nets efficiently. Definitely got to get rid of the Vacuum here and keep the Giratina. Because now we're not going to be able to use the nets efficiently. Because if you net the active Comfy, then you don't have another Comfy to run to. So this is just like a super inefficient sequence here from Andros. We should have gone net, 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 net. Or net, net. Yeah, this is like a super inefficient sequence here from Andros. And now we don't even have a Giratina in play. And we're just hitting for 110. We don't have Manaphy down if we even play it. And now I think Tord's just going to, once again, get super far ahead with a Raikou play here. Like Raikou KO Cram plus Comfy. To be honest, if you could go Raikou KO double Comfy or Raikou KO Greninja plus Comfy, that would be even better. We could also go into Stoutland here, to be honest, because Lucas or Andros doesn't have an answer to Stoutland. So actually Stoutland's the better play here from Tord, I think. If there's quad powerful in the deck. Oh, there's not, though. There's one on the bench, Lugia. But you could go, you'd have the boss in hand here as Tord, so you could go boss KO. But then I guess you risk the follow-up not being able to get a knockout. So to be honest, could keep the boss for a later double prize card turn. It depends on what Tord's hand is. And it looks like Tord is lining up the Raikou here. Which, that seems fine to me. The Raikou seems like a fine play for sure. Has Stoutland in hand, so could have the option of Stoutland potentially. But is going to go for the Raikou. Which, yeah, like I said, seems fine. Seems alright. It's already lining up the energy. Because, yeah, Tord's going to be going back in a couple times here with some Archeops. Here we go. Also has an Aurora in hand. So yeah, we'll be able to pull this play off once again. Double V-Stars. Great. V-Star power happening. Here come the Archeops. And then, yeah, here comes Raikou once again. Knockout for 2 prize cards. Yeah, I don't. It feels like there's no Manaphy in Andros' deck. I actually didn't like check, to be honest. I actually didn't check. Raikou early Stoutland late sounds better. Well, if there was 4 powerful here from Tord, I think you definitely go with Stoutland because Andros just does not have a board state that can answer Stoutland. There's no way for Andros to answer Stoutland. Also, you have a boss in hand as Tord, so you can go like Stoutland for 2 and then boss Stoutland for 2 around something that theoretically Stoutland can't KO. But because there's already a powerful eaten up, then I don't think you want to use your lone boss in hand to KO a something with Stoutland. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't think. All right, here comes some Wisdom. And I think the Canceling Cologne is in the hand here for Tord, so we're probably going to see Aurora discard Canceling Cologne. I'm not sure what was Wisdom on top there. I think it was the boss. Yep, Canceling Cologne, goodbye. Don't need that. Oh, and plays the Marnie. It has a Marnie to go with it as well. Yeah, Andros' hand, even though Andros doesn't have a Giratina in the hand is really big, so as soon as there is a Giratina in the hand, there's going to be a lot to work with. Probably doesn't run like Lax. I mean, it does run Lax, but Lax can't win a KO. They don't play Choice Belt. So, like, you can do 180 to Stoutland. They do have the Lax. Andros does play the Lax. We saw that, but yep. There's a knockout. Goodbye, Comfy. Goodbye, Cram. After Marnie, Andros, opening our hand here from Andros, not great. Does get a capture energy though, so we can finally see a Giratina V, but it's probably going to be too late here. Oh, only plays, of course, plays the Thornton, so only plays 2 Giratina V. Is thinking about going for Cram. Oh, you do need the Cram as well, though, to be honest. Actually, so I don't actually like this sequence at all from Andros then. I was like kind of like tunnel visioned on the idea of the Giratina, but we do need to deal with this Raikou. So Andros should have used Greninja first to try and draw into one of them, so that way that they could get the other one off of capture energy, because neither of them were on the bottom of the deck here from Andros. Both the Giratina and the Cram were in the top half of the deck. Neither of them got... Oof, gotta go through... Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Gets rid of the Quick Ball. I don't think we can afford to get rid of Quick Ball there. What are we attacking with next turn if we're getting rid of Quick Ball here? Oh, yeah, you can't... You gotta get rid of the Tina there. But if they only play 2 Giratina V-Star, I guess you can't get rid of the Giratina. This is just bad all around, to be honest. And yeah, I don't think there was a Manaphy in the deck there from Andros either. So they never have the Manaphy to deal with the Raikou, so that was never an option, to be honest. Okay. So I think Lugia is going to be the option here from Tord. Would have hit with an Archeops, I guess that would have been like reasonable. Can't get the 1-KO on the active with the Stoutland, but you can just try and save Stoutland for the late game at this point, I think. So you just want to be aggressive about thinning out the deck and setting up attackers here as Tord, just to make sure Roxanne doesn't catch you in the late game. That's like the only thing that could go wrong, would be like Roxanne catching you in the late game. Decides to preserve the Manaphy, which is interesting, off of the Guru. Could come up in the late game, I guess, around the Greninja. I don't know. I think Tord's deciding what is best here. You could go after the going after the Comfy here. I don't hate, though, to be honest. Going after the Comfy, getting rid of some more of the draw power. But KO and Cram seemed reasonable as well to save the boss for the late game. All right, here we go. Load up some energy on the active here. Gonna have to get 3 for the active here. So probably not gonna be able to load up any excess energy and play anywhere else. Yeah, it should just be 3 energy to the active. We'll see. Yeah, cap, maybe triple cap. No, it's always nice to try and keep a cap around if you can. But it might only be caps and powerfuls left in the deck here for Tord. Yeah, Tord might not have anything else left besides caps and powerfuls. Ultra Ball as well, thinning out the deck. Probably gonna throw something down. Could grab the Stoutland. Probably don't want to design up the Luminion. Goes with Luminion. Maybe should have actually, yeah, maybe should have tried to attack with Luminion this turn. I guess it'd be hard to retreat your active, but you could have retreated a Archeops. You could have loaded up an Archeops, maybe. Loaded up 1 energy on Archeops, retreat into Luminion, attack with Luminion, and then send up like the Guru. I guess your Lugia is not getting KO though, so it doesn't matter too much. Another Marnie once again here for Tord, disrupting the hand. The rest of the cards seem pretty good. Already used Primate Wisdom. I was saying, could Primate Wisdom the vacuum at the end of the turn? Oh, actually does go for the boss. So he's chasing down the Comfies. Marnie for later. Just setting up the Luminion, I guess, then? Having the Luminion in play? Is that really worth it to have the Luminion in play like that, though? I guess you have it as a response now. Well, we could have just got it in play next turn, though. If they attack with Cram, if Andros attacks with Cram here, you could have just had Luminian in play anyways next turn. Interesting that Tord went for the Luminian this turn. Maybe was thinking about using Marnie and then was like settling like, nah, maybe I'll just go with the boss. All right, Greninja send up here from Andros. Can attack with Greninja, but I don't think it's putting enough damage anywhere to actually make it matter. And actually has no draw power in the hand. And despite having like an 8-card hand here from Andros, it's all gates. I saw a Recycler, a Boss, Giratina VSTAR, a VIP Pass. So I really don't see a route to victory here for Andros. I don't even know if they have... They have 2 water energy, though. So they can actually attack with the Greninja. But that's going to be a big investment for 180 damage. That's not going to take any knockouts. Yeah, that's going to be a big investment for no KOs. It does set up some damage in play, but that's like, this is super far from ever mattering, I think. You ever get one of the other energies in play? I don't think so. A little bit of water on the active seems fine. You could put an energy on the Cramorant. I just don't see it ever doing anything, to be honest. Ends up loading 4 energy on the Greninja. Okay, so I guess we can attack back-to-back with Greninja. No, goes with the energy on the Cram. Okay. And yeah, no play. You could boss the Guru up, try and trap it, I guess. That's a play. Hits the Lugia and an Archeops. So both those are like close to getting KO'd, I guess, but not close enough. All right, over to Tord. Probably doesn't need to do a whole ton this turn. Checking the discard pile. What is remaining? Maybe just checking the gate count there. Could attack with Luminian. No, I guess you don't want to attack with Luminian this turn. You're not KOing the Greninja. I'm saying could attack with Luminian this turn. Starts with the Wisdom. And then maybe it's just going to swing. All right, Archeops coming out. How many energy left? I see 3 powerful and an Aurora. I think that might be it. 3 powerful... Aurora. That is it. 3 powerful and Aurora. Finding up 1 of the powerful energy. Puts it on Luminian. I don't mind that. You only need 2 powerful energy still so that the Stoutland could possibly take a KO on Comfey. But even then, that's probably just not going to happen. Yeah, and I don't think it matters here for Tord anyways, because I don't think Andros is taking a knockout anytime soon. Here we go. Lugia knock out the Greninja. No draw power on board for Andros. No main attackers on board either. And no draw power in the hand. So completely living off a top deck on the next turn. The only other thing I could think of that you'd want to do here is Tord to thin out the hand or deck as much as you possibly could to play around Roxanne. That's the only thing that could happen here that would be potentially a comeback would be a Roxanne. Comfey top deck. Okay, that's something. Can retreat into the Comfey, use Comfey, has Scoop Up Net, so can Scoop Up Net, reset the Comfey, and then Escape Rope or Scoop Up Net the Comfey back into the active. And then once again, I think we have to hope for the Roxanne here from Andros. I think it's the only thing that really gives them an out. Question for Tord is, what do you send up? I think probably Luminian comes up here, and you plan to attack with it and shuffle it back to the deck. But I am curious to see what Tord sends up. Yeah, Luminian seems to make the most sense to me. All right, Comfey again. Is there anything worthwhile on this one? Thornton and Giratina. So we finally see a Giratina V here for Andros, but I think it's a little bit too little too late, almost certainly. We'll see. I think you have to take the Giratina. I don't think you're ever winning this game with... If you're ever winning this game, let me put it that way first. If you're ever winning this game, I think you need a Giratina. Not that you're probably ever winning this game. How are you ever doing enough damage? Where is the damage coming from? Net the Comfey, send up the Cram. Are we going to Thornton into a Comfey here? That's kind of sick, though, to be honest. It's a sick meme, but I don't think it's good enough to win the game. I also don't even know if that's how Thornton works. Can you Thornton out of the active like that? Or does it have to be off the bench? Yo, Drapion? Can we get Drapion involved? All right. Thornton's happening. I mean, it's got to be a Comfy, right? Okay. There we go. Comfy. More selecting. Got the air balloon. Although I think they've already retreated. So I don't think they can. They could take the air balloon, but I'm pretty sure they've already retreated the cram, if I'm correct on that. So they can take the air balloon, but they can't retreat. Thinking about taking the Snorlax, but the Snorlax isn't going to do much either. You can bench Comfy and pass here. As Andres, you could play the boss and gust up the Guru. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't retreat the Comfy, yeah. Oh, no, you can't play the boss because you played Thornton. So, all right, pass over to Tord. And yeah, this one should be pretty close to getting wrapped up here. There actually is a double turbo in the hand here for Tord. Energy Luminion. Luminion's going to be going back to the deck, knockout, and probably send up the damaged Archeops. Makes sense. All right. Will we see a reasonable? Can we find a? Actually, is there a win condition here for? I don't think there's a win condition. Yeah, at this point, I don't think there's a win condition for Andres. Comfy. There's a Colress. There's an Ordinary Rod. Checks back at the hand. It just doesn't matter though. I think Andres sees that as well. This one is basically all wrapped up. Colress. Was there even a basic Pokemon to grab here? There is a Sableye, but this isn't gonna do anything. Sableye down. Scoop up that Comfy. Send up Sableye. Bench Comfy. Air Balloon to Sableye. Retreat back to Comfy. Use the Comfy. There's a gate. There's a Luminion. Definitely want the gate over Luminion. You have the Roxanne in the hand, so the only thing it ever needs to do is find energy. Not that it ever makes a difference. And pass. And Tord draws. And attach retreat. And Lugia knockout. Okay, dub for Tord. Not too much to say on this one, to be honest. I mean, Andres definitely missequenced pretty bad, I think, in game 1. Game 2, less. No, it's still pretty bad in game 2 as well, I think. Yeah, there's just mistakes from Andres. The kind of snowball. Doesn't play the... I don't think plays Manaphy. So, like, the Raikou eventually came out and just kind of cleaned him up, to be honest. So, pretty easy dub for Tord in that one. And that's why Giratina is not a deck or a very popular deck in the meta anymore, because he's not very good.